Hey everybody, how's it going today? So today we're doing part 2 of the early QST, the early years of the ARRL, and these are vintage QST articles from the ARRL directly. And I'm going straight to 1916 of January, and without further ado, let's get into it. And you may have to pause the video from time to time here just to read some of the articles here real closely, more detail like. I'll try to get as much info as I can into it. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. So these are very, very neat articles. I'll tell you, these are very neat. So let's hop in. All right, here's what it looks like. And it's the year, and it's an amateur wireless magazine, priced 10 cents back then. Here's the cover of the QST from the American Radio Relay League from the month of January 1916. And then what we got here looks like a Morse code. 2 new bundle specialities. The straight line renewable contact radio key, the very first one it was made, looks like. By far the best and handsome transmission. Wait, oh yeah, he said that wrong. Handsomest transmitter yet produced. Is that even a word, handsomest? Okay. Not only are the contacts renewable, but they are kept in a straight line with perfect surface contact until completely work out and the lever remains in the original horizontal position. Fading signals caused by varying resistance of contact points are entirely eliminated. Its binding posts automatically clamp the wires, making loose connections impossible. It was $7.50 back then to make. And then we got another one here called the Jove detector holder. Wow, that is really amazing. That was $1 back then. Holds 1 or 2 different crystals of any form at once without the use of a clamp screw. A sensitive point of either crystal quickly found the correct pressure held constantly without moving a single screw or nut. Beautifully finished and mounted on a dark glazed porcelain. Wow. And then J.H. Bunno Company Incorporated, 32 Park Place, Broadway Block, New York. Wow. And then here's the third page of all the contents. Page 3 looks like we got the Australian edition by Clarence D. Tuska, QST department, and then so forth. Wow, that is really neat. And then a little bit of an announcement of who it was made by, looks like. And again, you may have to pause the video if you want to read. I'm going to not read everything because it's all too much to read, of course. But you may have to pause the video and refilter. I'll keep here for a few minutes. See if anything is here. It is beyond the scope of QST to go into theory. The wonderful piece of radio. Wow. Some interesting stories there, looks like. And these QST magazines back in the early years were amazing. They really were. I mean, wow. And it is just truly amazing. A little diagram, looks like how to build maybe a Morse code key, possibly. A little info there of how to do it all. Wow. One of the writer's friends used the instruments described. His station was in... Wow. Was it 200 feet? Man, oh man. Excuse me. Got a coughing spell for some reason here. So, okay. A new wireless association while you wait. Wow. New amateur radio wireless association every few days reminds me of the automobile association. Boom. There was a style a short time ago to get a new automobile asset. Wow. Amazing, amazing. The little stories there. The Volunteer Radio Corps. Testing. And then application blanks. We at headquarters are working hard and enthusiastically and spending good money. You'll help more than you think by sending in your application. Wow. Back in the day, they must have been looking for an application. That's amazing. Okay. A little info there. And then check these photos out, guys. These are really, really old. And then I really like the tower here. Wow. And then it looks like maybe an old shack and another home in the background. Possibly, let's see what this is. The sending set is located at a distance from the operating room and controlled by a number of relays shown in the photograph. Also, it's an oscillation transformer. Interesting. Excuse me about that. I don't know why I'm coughing. So, this was an oscillation transformer rotary gap and condenser are well arranged with short direct conductors. This is one of the secrets of success of Mr. Weiss in long-distance transmission. Wow. Last winter, he repeatedly worked 400 and 500 miles on 1 kilowatt. On one occasion, Mr. Weiss sent, let's see, we go back here, a relay message to Waynesfield, Ohio. From there, it was sent to Superior, Wisconsin. While we have no direct evidence, the officers of the League believe the message reached San Francisco, and in one evening, the League needed more stations like this. Come, Mr. Amateur, get your stations work efficiently. If one man can do this, why can't the rest? Wow. Now that's a piece of history right there in ham radio. And then, I didn't see this. I should have read this first. This is the picture of an international machine, but a picture of a very efficient station of the American Radio League. Wow. That's amazing. And then got another old photo here, very, very vintage. Operating room and power supply, Mr. Ross Gunn, Oberlin, Ohio. Wow, that is really, really vintage there. And it tells this story here, how he did it, looks like. Let's see if anything catches eye contact here. From an operating standpoint, the chief, which confronts the amateur wireless telegrapher. There's a lack of uniformity in the methods of a test. Numerous examples of this have come to the writer's attention during the past 3 years in which you have spent much time on amateur radio communication. Wow, that is truly amazing. All that stuff is. Let's see. And over here, let's see what this is. An A, he decides he'll do it. I can get my cursor to work here. He'll do it right this time. So he writes back to B. It says how pleased he was to hear. Wow. Now that's a neat story here by the old man. And then another long article here. Wow, this looks interesting. Okay, what do we got here? Some very, very neat cue points here. Wow. Might want to pause the video and read this on your own if you want to. Wow, that is truly amazing. Aye. That is incredible. I'll try to read some of it for you because some of it might be a little bit hard, but it is just truly wow. I mean, it is pretty neat, this stuff. It is really neat. I'm impressed with a lot of this old equipment. If A and B, first of all, would select an hour during the day or during the night when the little boys had been tucked away for the night. Rectors suggested that every night between 8:45 and 9:15, the League relay stations make a point of listening for calls or sending out QST inquiry calls. Interesting. Okay. Wow. And then, I don't know how well this will come through the computer or not, but pause the video and read all that. If you like to, guys, if you want to read all that, go right ahead. And let's see what else we got here. Let's see. These boys happen to be around whenever it takes. Sometimes a little story here. Go ahead and pause the video if you want to. Wow. Then here's some interesting stuff here. Fort Smith, Paul E. Nelson, 1012 South. Wow. California, Arkansas, Connecticut, all around America looks like. Wow. That, and go ahead and pause the video if you like to and read all about that. And then they must have been looking for people back in the day to join the ARRL or something, must be. Radio commissions by the amateurs, little story there. Wow. Truly, truly neat. Let's see what anything of interest in here. No, not really. But Kansas City High School Radio Club. Wow. Let's see what this says. A Kansas City Radio Club has been formed in the city under the name of the Kansas City High School Radio Club. This has not been organized very long, but it's progressing rapidly. The members are being trained so that they can become competent operators. Mr. Lyons had given several talks about the theory of electricity and wireless telegraphy. Under the instruction of Mr. Lyons, the members are rapidly becoming efficient operators. Presenting the club has installed a 1 kilowatt transformer made by the members. Wow. That is really amazing. Okay, then more stories here. Go ahead and pause the video if you want to read this, you guys. You're more than welcome to. February of QST. Let's see. The next issue of QST will surpass everybody's expectations. Don't fail to read the article on arrangement. Okay. You can get efficiency and send a long distance if your apparatus is arranged properly. There's more on the subject than the majority realize. Arrangement will be another clear and just interesting article by a competent operator. Okay. In the February QST will be a wonder in many respects. Some remarkable photographs of amateur stations have been received. You will wish to look them over. Subscribe to QST and we'll have the opportunity. One amateur will tell you how he receives instant image. Wow, that is really amazing. Transmit 600 miles with a half kilowatt. That is incredible. It's amazing how the impossible became possible. That is what amazes me with ham radio. Okay, so then we have sent you the December issue of QST. Here's the January. Wow. And then if you want to subscribe, that's how you subscribe back in the day. Exchange for sale and wanted secondhand apparatus. Let's see what we got here of interest. Spark coils. Wow. Now, mind you, these are no longer, of course. These are like back in 1916, so they're long gone. Who knows where? So, let's see. An application blank of American Radio Relay League, Hartford, Connecticut. Wow. So that's interesting. I wonder what that was all about. Okay, length of the aerial, height above ground, sending equipment, receiving equipment. Wow, these are really, really neat. General notice to all licensed amateur radio operators. Little info there. That is really amazing. Wow. And then some more info here. Let's see what we got here. In an age of progress, standing still is drifting backwards. The most recent inventions in radio telegraphy and telephony are accurately described in the proceedings of the Institute of Radio Engineers. That's right. All rights go to them. Exactly. Concentration on the amateur radio will bring success. That's true. And then, check this out. The Brandy's radio headsets, they were $5 back then. Today they're like 20 or 30 or more. And that was back in And then, this was interesting, our standard loose coupler. I thought that was kind of neat. The greatest thing out in 7-inch high, 7-inch wide, 15-inch overall, wound with, wound with a bound wire, secondary with silk. If desired, have double slide and 8 tabs with heavy rotary set handle, woodward mahogany. Wow. Finished price $7. Also have a new one. Wow. There's another model of the loose coupler. I wonder if we could find a picture of that somewhere, maybe. Wow. Very, very neat. And then here's another something interesting. Which are impossible with any detector and supersede over anything else to be held is simply proven to your own satisfaction, and extreme sensitiveness will delight you. There is a great satisfaction in knowing that each time you are through transmitting, you'll hear the distant station with the same intensity by merely moving a switch. Oh, wow. From Canton, Ohio. That is truly amazing. A lot of neat articles back then. There. Wow. Complete list of relay stations. Shows what relay stations are within your range. Wow. And then the spark gap transmitter. That is what really interests me. I was looking that up somewhere on YouTube, a spark gap transmitter, and that was, wow. I could not believe that. I'm still intrigued. I'm very intrigued with the spark gap transmitter. That is really interesting. That must have been annoying back in the day, hearing that beep, 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 or that. I must have been annoying back in the day to hear that. All right, so that wraps up with QST Part 2 of 1916, guys. So that is really amazing. And if you like, I'm going to do some more videos throughout the week here. And there'll be another one come out here sometime in this coming week. And I was going to do some more of it this week, but things got tied up and got too busy. But anyway, hit that YouTube channel, subscribe, and check all this out. I mean, you're free to pause the video and read word for word. Zoom in with your phone if you can. And I'll catch you next time on the next video, guys. Bye-bye. Take care. And 73 from KF7IWA.
jungle to desert, polar ice to shore. Every rare contact, I'm always wanting more. Logging every QSO from dawn